Hey again from the garden, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So I am out here today working in my zinnia patch, and this patch is in the brand new planting area of the urban flower farm that we put in this year. You can see my hoop houses behind me. This area is in complete full sun all day long, which is perfect for zinnias. And while I have some blooms started on my zinnias, none of them are quite tall enough yet for my market bouquets. So I'm going to be out here working today, and I'm going to move them along a little bit to get things going a little bit quicker. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So zinnias are one of the main flowers that I use in both my large market bouquets and my mini market bouquets. And I'm just going to start working in the patch this afternoon and kind of giving these a little bit of a boost to move along a little quicker. Some of these are starting to flower, and while I could let them flower and fully open and enjoy them, that would maybe take an extra week and a half, maybe almost 2 weeks till I can get usable flowers. These flowers are beautiful, but they are not long enough yet for my market bouquets. So I'm going to come through and I'm going to go through all of these plants, and I'm going to snip the blooms off just so that gives these plants a little bit of regenerative energy to put on some new growth, shoot up those taller stems, and give me those longer stems of blooms sooner. Zinnias are a cut and come again flower, so the more that you cut them and the more that you pinch them, the more that they flower, they bush out, and they get taller. So this is going to help the plants. So I just want to go through these plants and show you guys how I'm doing this and where I'm cutting them. I have my Felco snips, I have my bucket that I'm putting the flowers into. These are going to be going in the compost pile when I'm done. So let's just start moving through the patch and get started. I'm going to get started with some of these that actually have open blooms. Then I'm going to move the camera in closer to give you guys a little bit more of a detailed look so you can see exactly where I am clipping these on the plant. But basically, I'm just going to be going down 1 or 2 set of leaves to clip the bloom off. And when you clip it, you want to cut right above another set of leaves. So here's a look at the cutting that I just removed from that plant. And I'm going to put it right in my bucket. It'll go in the compost. And I'm just going to start clipping them off. This is actually a really relaxing task. Let me move the camera in closer so you can see where I'm cutting these. Okay, so here's a look at this beautiful Benary's Giant Gold. Now, if we take a look at the actual plant, you can see this bloom ends right here, and then there's 2 side stems that come up. I'm going to clip that right above where these 2 side branches are coming up. And then that is going to encourage these to grow more. There's also stems coming from all the way around the base of the plant, and that's going to encourage those to get taller, so the whole plant itself gets taller. Okay, so I'm going to try and shade this plant for you guys, but can you see this main stem that comes up with the bloom? And then right here is the junction where these 2 start branching out, and there's branches all the way around the base of the plant. I'm going to cut it right here, so that encourages the growth of these 2 side stems and these stems and the ones at the bottom, and it's all going to branch up. Then while I'm at it, this plant has 3 buds. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to clip down, let's do below a couple sets of leaves. And I'm going to cut each one of these off. And that is going to encourage even more growth on this plant, because I know that these buds aren't going to be tall enough. So why not just give this plant a little extra boost to start growing faster? And this one too. And then if we come right in here to this really pretty lilac one, I'm going to cut down all the way in here. This is going to get thrown away. And then this plant behind here, we'll get rid of that one. And I'm just going to keep on cutting all the way around the garden. some of these plants too that have kind of a single stem that looks like it wants to go off on its own, don't be afraid to cut down a little bit lower below a couple more sets of leaves. That's just going to make it branch even more. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to share with you guys my process while I was out here. I thought it may be helpful to some of you. Stay tuned for a lot more cut flower farming throughout the entire season. We'll see you soon.